In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at a very modest game collection that I have from a company called West End Games. And I know they started a long time ago, and they've delved into a lot of different genres. And I have a few games in a couple of the genres, but I'm not into all of them. But I did want to give them a little bit of love because they are a small part of my collection, and I'll show you a little bit about what I have. So this one is the only one that I have that's not boxed. This is Aircav, and I believe it came out in 1985. And I did play this. It has basic rules and advanced rules, and I played one scenario out of it. One of the reasons, I think it was designed by Joe Ball. I can't remember who designed it. I thought that I knew, but I don't. I think I liked the designer, and I wanted to explore it. But what I found with this game, the setup instructions are extremely confusing the way they're written to figure out exactly which units you're talking about. And I'm not sure why, if I'm missing something. I don't think I am. I just think that it's very confusing. But the game was okay. I played a mission in it, and I don't think I wrote any articles on it. But I'll see if I can't dig up a little bit of a picture from when I played this game. So this is part of a playthrough I did of Aircav. This is the very first scenario called Pipe Smoke Mission. And basically, the US player has to rescue an infantry unit with some Black Hawk helicopters. So this is a Soviet and U.S. Cold War scenario. So in this first picture, you can see the red units. This is the first motor rifle platoon that is out there with a recon platoon. And there's also one ZSU-23 here. And in this next picture, you can see there the Jake infantry unit, which is basically, a squad. And I've got these two Black Hawk helicopters going out. They got to basically rescue him and get him off the map within the 15 game turns. So the hard part, this is a fairly simple scenario, but I had a hard time finding these units. And I don't know why. It might have just been my mood that day. But anyway, yeah, this is Pipe Smoke Mission from Aircav. The next game that I want to take a look at that I purchased is called St. Lo, Normandy, 1944, The Breakout Begins. So I picked up a punched version of this game for my collection. This one is designed by Joe Balkowski, and I like some of his other designs, so I picked this one up. I have not played it yet, and I would like to sometime. I also have another closely related game to this on Omaha Beachhead, maybe, that I think is a very similar game to this from GMT Games. But I haven't played that one either. I'd like to sometime. This next game that I have is Imperium Romanum 2. This is by Al Nafi, Rise and Fall of the Roman Empire. This came out in 1985. It was a second edition to Imperium Romanum, which I guess you could call 1. But this is 2. And it's recently been updated by Decision Games. Al Nafi has done, a deluxe version. I think it's called Al Nafi's Imperium Romanum, which I bought. It's greatly improved graphics and whatnot. And I've played this game some. I was interested in it because it really is a study of the Roman Empire, and it has a lot of different scenarios in it to examine different periods of the Roman Empire, and you can certainly do them chronologically if you wanted to. I may have some pictures of a playthrough of this game. In this picture, you can see this is me playing, I think it's scenario 9 in Imperium Romanum, and it is called the Year of the Four Emperors. And this is like 68, 69 AD. And what we see in the picture here is when there was a Jewish revolt against the Roman Empire, and you see Vespasian and Titus, General Titus there, and of course, I was interested in this because this was when Jerusalem was destroyed in like around 70 AD, and eventually it led to the Battle of Masada. But this here shows Titus besieging Jerusalem, basically. So this game, I forget how many turns this is, but it has several major players because they're all vying for control in this game. But you know, this game, it can be a little bit fiddly, but it has a lot of historical detail. So you know, I I'm glad that I have this in my collection. So anyway, one of the reasons I gave up, I have the game. I think it's brilliant. However, it's not the best game in the world. I didn't find it fun as much as I found it informative, enabling me to learn more. Because a lot of games do that for me and are also fun. This one I did find was not the most fun to play of some of the Roman Empire games. However, it is thorough. It covers nearly everything you can imagine at a very high, I would say, strategic level. So, Imperium Romanum 2. The next game that I want to look at here is Star Trek 3. This is a solitaire game. I bought this mainly because I'm interested in Star Trek. I mean, I was a kid before Star Wars. So the Star Trek shows from the 60s and the reruns that were played, you know, this was our playground activity in grade school, pretending we were different characters in Star Trek. So I was interested in this game mainly for that reason. I have not played this yet. I suspect it has some level of, you know, role-playing characteristics to it, but I don't know. Someday I might get to it, but I highly doubt it because, you know, I have 900 plus games. This next game is by Eric Goldberg, Tales of the Arabian Nights. I have played this one time, I believe, solitaire, and I picked it up because it's a paragraph game. Not that they're my favorite, but I like the idea of them, and I definitely played this, you know, by myself one time. I have another solitaire game, yeah, it's solitaire, but it's also paragraph. It is it's a sci-fi one, Voyage of the Pandora, I believe, and so I have two paragraph games that I know of, and you know, I probably won't play them that much. They're not my biggest interest, but I do have this. I may have a picture here of a playthrough of this game. I'm not sure. So this is an old photo I took of a game that I played solitaire of Tales of the Arabian Nights. And it doesn't show that much. It shows the part of the map, a very small part around the Arabian Peninsula. And you have my character there, the blue counter there, and just traveling around, trying to collect points and finding out what happens to him during the course of events. So I did enjoy playing the game. It was fun to create the story and the narrative. So I still have it in my collection. Okay, the last game in my West End Games collection is Greg Costikyan's Bug-Eyed Monsters. I picked this up, quite a long time ago, and I think it's a very funny game. In fact, back when I was experiencing one of my crafter moments, I made my own pieces for the game, and I made them a little bit more R-rated. Um, and I got a lot of positive feedback. I believe I wrote an article in my blog, and I changed the theme from the late 70s, early 80s into a more modern theme. I think I went with the X-Files and a bunch of other pop, more recent pop culture that I put into it. I'll see if I can dig some pictures up. I'm not sure. If I have them, I'll add them in here from my homemade counters and version of this game. Bug-Eyed Monsters. I thought it was fun to play. I enjoyed it, and the designer put some politics in it a little bit too. One of the political parties is in here with kind of a low-rated character. So, but whatever. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Bug-Eyed Monsters. Not the cheapest game to get on the secondhand market for some reason. I don't know. I don't think it's that popular, but I had a lot of fun with it when I take together not only playing it but making my own pieces. So here's a picture from my homemade version of Bug-Eyed Monsters. Because the object of the game is the aliens are trying to capture beautiful women to take back, and you're trying to stop them, and it does get a little bit violent. So the women are rated differently for their abilities, but they're also rated for their beauty, which was partly what was valuable to the aliens. I know it sounds misogynistic, but it is what it is. And you don't know who's in the home, so they start off anonymous. So I made these anonymous counters, and then you reveal them when the alien shows up. So I have an alien. I have their ground machine that they take back to their ship, as you can see here, and one of the women that they're trying to capture. This next picture isn't part of the original map. This is a picture I made of inside the spaceship, and you can see a bunch of aliens and their ground traveling unit and one of the women that they captured. And I'm not sure who that is, but it looks a little bit like Danica Patrick. This next picture shows, a dog, because there was a dog in the original game, and, a child and a woman that I grabbed off from the internet. In this picture, you can see I've got a Home Alone child, and I've got Bruce Willis there, and he is going to take care of this alien with an axe, but the alien has a ray gun. And yes, in this next picture, I got Scully and Mulder in there, so the X-Files are on the scene because, aliens. So anyway, that's all I'm really going to say about this. I had a great time playing the game in its original form. I had a great time playing my blinged out copy, and I know a lot of people enjoyed it when I had that article posted. So anyway, that's West End Games. That's all I have on it. I know they have some other titles out there that are probably pretty good, and there are some genres that this company has put out I know are very popular, but I just never got into them. So anyway, there you have it, West End Games. Thank you for being there, and thank you all for watching. And if you have any comments on West End Games, please feel free to comment in the video. Have a great day.